Hey guys, welcome to part 1 of Final Fantasy Type-0. We're going to be playing Final Fantasy Type-0 up until Bloodborne comes out, and then when Bloodborne actually comes out, we're going to stop playing it, finish Bloodborne, and then I'll come back to it after I've finished basically the entire game of Bloodborne, and most of the side missions and stuff. I've recorded Final Fantasy 15, like the entirety of the demo already, and that should be uploaded after this one. I'm not sure if I'll do commentary for that one yet, but I'll do post-commentary for these videos, or at least for the first one here anyway, because I just find it easier to gather my thoughts, like most other common people that do commentary. So yeah, the game's about to start, and it'll start off with a really, really long cutscene here, so I'll shut up while it starts.
Since the dawn of eternity, 4 lights of hope have shone upon the world. Men flock to these lights, around which they build 4 peristylia. Each peristilium becomes their faith and society, the path upon which they are set. The vermilion bird, wings of fire to lift the heart. The white tiger, steely arms by which to seize knowledge. The azure dragon, unclouded eyes that see all beneath the sky. The black tortoise, a rigid shield and a well-guarded blade. But when 9 and 9 meet 9, Tempest Phoenix shall be willed upon them. For without the Agita, their world, called Orience, must persist in its spiral.
In this time of absolute darkness, we must unite to bring forth the light of hope. The time has come. Yes, this is the dawn of a new age.
And so the Milites Empire, home to the White Peristilium, invaded the neighboring dominion of Rubrum. As soon as the declaration of war was made, the Militesi main fleet swarmed into all corners of Rubrum. At the same time, a separate fleet was charged with a sneak attack on the Vermilion Peristilium. A lessee accompanied this task force. Using a lessee to invade a sovereign state was a direct violation of the Pax Codex, a treaty created by all 4 crystal states of Orience. The besieged Peristilium attempted to repel Milites's Magitech armors with powerful magic. Not even the mighty warships could withstand the awesome power of the summoned Eidolons. It seemed that the Militesi offensive would fail. However, the lessee Kunmi led a special unit past Rubrum's defenses and activated a new weapon, the Crystal Jammer, neutralizing the power of the Vermilion Bird Crystal. Severed from the source of their magical powers, the Rubrum forces were quickly overwhelmed and overrun. Imperial Marshal Sid Olstein demanded of Chancellor Kalia Cheval VI, the leader of Rubrum, that he surrender and transfer the Vermilion Bird Crystal to Militesi control.
Your crystal cannot protect you. Resistance is no longer an option. You have 6 hours. You must comply with our demands, or face the full might of our forces. In which case, I promise you, the roads of Rubrum will run red with the blood of her people.
May the crystal guide them to salvation.
When 9 and 9 meet 9, the depths of reason shall stir. When the seal of creation is broken, a voice like thunder shall sound, and thou shalt know. We have arrived.
So, just some basic information about the game. It's pretty much just action RPG. It's real-time combat, pretty much real-time everything, other than you progress through levels within loading screens, and there are actually like a lot of loading screens, because this is coming from a, don't quote me on this, but I think it's a Japanese PSP game, or it was a mobile game, I can't remember, but this game was created by the same person that created Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core, and already playing it for just this 1 hour, you can really see where that like same type of game similarities come from, and this game is actually quite similar within its gameplay elements to Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core. Yeah, we're just gonna start the game on normal mode for this playthrough.
Path was not chosen.
Chose their path.
Yes. Knowing the fear of death.
Never learned the fear of confronting it.
Still have a ways to go. Is everyone all right? Have you seen a guy? A guy with a red cape?
No, I haven't. You?
Visual! Kill them! Teachery. Okay. Stay with me. Ace, I'm coming. My eyes. I have to find Ace. Teacher. Teacher. Damn. Ace.
I'm here! I'm right here. Isana.
It's too late.
I know that.
I knew I could count on you. Teacher. Let's rest. A while. I always thought that your name was weird. I'm telling you, Machina must have pulled that one out of a hat. What do you think, girl? Is this the end? Machina. Stay strong. Rem. would have liked to see you again. DJ. I'm glad that you're here with me. No. I don't want to die.
For this first part of the playthrough, I probably won't actually say much, just because I won't have much to say about this game until I actually play a lot more of it. So if there are just periods of bleak silence, then just, I don't know, forgive those, or you guys might like complete silence when watching a video game. I don't really know, but either way, I guess this video will be playing to both demographics.
I am Kurasame. I'll be your CO.
Help me, please!
Your objective: locate the Empire's crystal gem. Then neutralize it. Restore the crystal.
Understood.
May the crystal guide you.
Seal the exits!
So, just another thing. With the characters, you'll probably notice that they're all named after playing cards. We've got Ace, 9, Queen, pretty sure there's King somewhere, and etc. You get the gist of it. Yeah, if you've played Crisis Core, you'll probably already start to see similarities between that and this game. Just with the user interface and stuff like that. I'm really glad they added that dodge function though, that's really cool. There's probably 2 or 3 gripes I have with this game, just within the first hour of playing it. Soon you'll start to see that the camera is just really janky sometimes, and when you go into close quarters, like in the barracks and stuff, there is just crazy camera angles. Like, sometimes you won't even be able to see what you're actually doing. It's like Dark Souls 1, or like Dark Souls camera angles in a nutshell. So yeah, that's one thing I have a problem with this game. Another is the, what's it called? Like you drain energy from an enemy when you kill them, and to do that you need to press the analog stick up, and you need to press square at the same time, like this right now. And what that does is that basically gives you MP and health back. But to do that, you need to use a control scheme that's really, I don't know, I found it really not helpful, and it kind of just hindered me playing rather than just a fluid motion of gameplay. It kind of just interrupted the gameplay. I don't know if you actually need to like collect Phantasma from them when you kill an enemy, or you can just kill them and you'll collect Phantasma automatically. But for this first part here, that's what I did for most of it.
You wicked monsters!
There are a lot of good things about this game though.
May the crystal guide you.
For one, the graphics are actually quite beautiful when you're playing on like the actual PlayStation rather than watching it. It just looks really, really fluid and pristine, and they did a really good job bringing it to HD, I think. Also, the bosses in this game are actually pretty badass.
What the hell?
Also, the summons.
Such powerful magic.
As for the story and storytelling part of this game, I'll probably get more into it when I go into live commentary, and yeah, I'll be able to talk more about it when they actually bring it up in the game, because I don't remember much of it now while I'm doing post.
It's my turn. Crush 'em.
Leave it to me. Mine. Mine.
Oh yeah, another thing I do like is how you can swap between characters almost immediately in your party, which is something that was kind of like in Final Fantasy XII, with switching between your party members when one of them got like KO'd. But in this, you can do it almost seamlessly, which is really awesome, because they each have a skill list of their own, and every one of them is different. So you have like the lance dude and the sword dude, and then you have the girl that does healing magic, like group healing magic, along with her broadsword, which is quite a cool combination.
We've spotted the enemy unit. Preparing to engage.
Also, yeah, just apologies if I sound a bit like muggy or clammed up. I'm actually just getting over a bit of a flu right now, so I'm probably not as charismatic as I should be when I'm playing games. This is another thing as well. This is probably the third thing that I don't like about this game. The fact that there are walls, like a lot of loading screens between the levels. I mean, I know it's from a PSP game, or whatever it was from, but there are just so many loading screens. It's not even funny. Like for a PS4 game, it has the amount of loading screens you would expect from a PS2 game or a PS1 game. Granted, they are pretty short though.
The counterattack took the Empire by surprise, and the battle seemed to favor the Dominion. Then, 3 hours into the operation, many of the Dominion's airship squadrons had not yet fully achieved their objectives. A lack of experience combined with Imperial counterattacks was jeopardizing the operation. To make matters worse, without access to their most powerful weapon, magic, Rubrum's ground forces suffered severe casualties and were unable to reach their objective, Academia.
Class 0, do you read me? This is Intel. We've located part of the jamming device that's affecting Rubrum.
So yeah, I guess these are your save points that you get, and you can look at your assignments and stuff like that in your, like, I guess you have like classes.
It's inside the Militesi flagship in the airship docking
And I think
bay.
that's the Bahamut summon. Got wounded at the start of the opening cinematic. Yeah, when we go down here to the airship landing, you'll start to see how, oh, no, not this part, actually. It's, when you go into one of the closed spaces in the part after this one, you'll start to see how really bad the camera angles get.
Device is still operational? Impossible! They're using magic right in front of us!
This game, along with Final Fantasy 15, actually does remind me a lot of Final Fantasy 12, because Final Fantasy 12 is a very political game. I mean, meaning it was a it was like set in a political world, and the plot of the game was very political. That's the same type of feeling that this game's going for, and I guess the same kind of story that this game has. And yeah, Final Fantasy 15 is going down that same road as well. So I guess you could say that they're trying to do like more with the political side of their worlds rather than the fantasy sides now.
Imperial troops are descending. Eliminate them and board that ship.
Leave it to me. Mine.
Yeah, that's her heal spell. I'm pretty sure. I'm not actually quite sure what it does. I didn't actually play with her for very long. I mostly used the guy with the spear and ace. So yeah, 9 and ace.
It's my turn! Crush him!
I got this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's in the next area we start to see the camera angles and close range combat and how weird it gets.
What?
I really hope there aren't too many of those problems that persist throughout the entirety of the main game.
Don't let them advance any further! Take them down! The invaders on the main deck! Shoot them on sight!
This is also a thing that happens in Final Fantasy 15, the episode Duscae demo as well. It's when one of your party members gets like down or something, they don't actually die. What happens is they can be revived by another one of your party members, which I think is really cool because it like usually in Final Fantasy, when you die, you have to use a Phoenix Down immediately, and that would be the cause of you purchasing like 99 Phoenix Downs and just having them on you all the time. But I only had one Phoenix Down in the Final Fantasy 15 demo, and I never used it. I never had to use it. I never had to buy another Phoenix Down. I never had to use a Phoenix Down. But don't let that steer you away from thinking that the game isn't hard, because at night time in the episode Duscae demo, things got fucking crazy. Like, no joke. You'll see it when I upload the videos after this. If you start fights with like gorillas or things that roam the plains at nighttime, then you'll have like goblins and saber tusks, saber claws all join in at once, and it'll just be a clusterfuck of monsters. It gets really, really, really difficult the more you level up as well. Actually, not the more you level up, just the more you progress through the demo, it obviously gets harder, and you definitely start to notice it.
Close the barrier. Take this.
And what happens with this guy that's highlighted in orange is that if you kill him, then all the other enemies basically die. He's kind of like not a fail-safe, but a way to just end the battle really, really fast if you can kill him, but he has a lot of HP.
Clean as a whistle, yo.
Use the magicite to destroy it.
Another thing this game shares with both Final Fantasy XII and Final Fantasy XV, though, is magicite. And in Final Fantasy XII, that was basically, I think it was kind of the equivalent of materia from Final Fantasy VII. Basically, magicite is just crystals that give magical powers. And in Final Fantasy XII, they were a very, very big staple. They were basically the entire, like, what the plot was based around, what it was based around other than the political issues within the game. And in Final Fantasy XV, there is actually, like, giant pieces of magicite and, like, the astral shards and stuff that give you summons. And I forget what summons are actually called in the 15 demo. They're like astral something. So they're like a new form of summon that hasn't been shown, or like a new name for the summons that hasn't been in any previous games. Which I think is pretty cool, that they make new names for the summons every sort of generation of Final Fantasy. Like we've gone through Aeons, we've gone through Eidolons, we've gone through Espers, we've gone through all this crap. I forget what like they were in 1 and 2, I'm pretty sure they were just summons.
Take it easy now.
Yeah, I'm okay. But Machina, the crystal.
Yeah, I saw. It looks like its power is returning.
Come on, Machina.
All right.
Magic has been restored in some areas. Anyone who can still fight, gather in front of the facility.
Yeah, so I think what the bad guys in this game are trying to do is just erase magicite, pretty much. And these guys are fighting to keep magic around. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I haven't played much of the game yet, so I don't actually know, but it sounds like that's what's going on.
Armor with an onboard jammer. Find it.
Also, I'm not sure if the games are still set up like this, but you guys might know that when these games were officially thought of and visualized by the director, by Tetsuya Nomura and Tabata. His name sounds like butter when I say it in an Australian accent. they were all part of the same universe. Final Fantasy 13, Final Fantasy Type-0, or Agito, as it was called, and Final Fantasy 15, which used to be Final Fantasy Versus 13.
Let's hear that report again.
Sir, Vessel 6 has been confirmed destroyed.
Looks like we have an anomaly on our hands. What about the 401st and 903rd?
I can't reach either company, sir.
Keep trying.
Sir! Vyakuya 10! Vyakuya 10! This is Kusabi.
Bring me that
Respond.
survivor. The one from the 161st.
Sir! Corporal Boz of 161st.
So, you're certain you saw the enemy using magic?
Yes, sir!
My understanding is that after witnessing this, you fled from the battle. Then your unit was annihilated. Is that correct?
Yes. I felt it was my duty to report.
In a Militesi army, we do not tolerate soldiers who flee from their fear. The 161st Company was wiped out by Dominion magic. Clean us up.
Sir!
So even the Lassie, like Kunme, cannot keep the Vermilion Bird Crystal in check.
Well, this sucks. Where'd these rats crawl out from? This really sucks.
We join with the survivors. Our goal is to occupy the building.
Now that I think about it, I think they actually do still share the same universe, because they were just talking about the Lassie and stuff like that, and the Lassie are from Final Fantasy 13 primarily. Like, Final Fantasy 13 trilogy is based all around the Lassie, and Lightning Returns, I guess, isn't really that much based around it. But 15... Oh, not 15, sorry. 13... Like, 13 number 1, for sure, is based around the Lassie primarily. And it seems to be a staple of this game as well. And I guess if this game shares the Lassie with 13, and it shares Magicite with 15, I guess they still are connected in that respect. So far, most of the enemies in this game have been just Machina, which are another thing that is from most Final Fantasy games, actually. They were really big in Final Fantasy X, with the Albed and stuff.
Damn it! Oh, this sucks. Same old routine. Try something new. Let's end this right now. Now then.
Did we get him?
What the? They summoned here? Inside my jammer field? How?
This part of the boss fight is hands down the most badass part of the first hour. Playing as Odin, and nevertheless a badass version of Odin, is awesome. Like, all the summons in this game look incredible. Like, the designs for them are just top notch, and they all look great. And just this part of the boss fight, there's like a second part to it where you're fighting it as the actual team. Yeah, actually getting to control the summons in this game and be them is pretty awesome, I think. It's not that way in Final Fantasy 15. In 15, you just summon them and they do their attack and then they go away. But they are gigantic in 15. And I'm pretty sure I one-shot the boss with Zantetsuken. Yep, there we go. Now you gotta go into the second part of it, which is just fighting. For a first boss, this boss isn't that bad, but I think it might have been cool to actually fight the person inside, like as a humanoid kind of boss battle. That would have been kind of cool.
Is this the power of a lassie?
Fine. This ought to be quick. That sucks.
Roger that!
All you! You don't have to tell me. Going somewhere?
Reactivate.
Apparently everyone that's played this game really likes Seven as a character, or as a playable character at least. She's got a pretty awesome moveset.
It's up to you now.
I don't know why what the hype around 7 is yet, but we should probably learn about it as the game goes on.
That was a close one.
For those people that played Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII, you'll probably remember this sort of report card thing from when you completed missions in that game as well. I really wish they would have remastered Crisis Core like they did this one.
This sucks.
I'm pretty sure there's going to be a really long cutscene coming up soon.
Who are you people? Those red cloaks.
No way.
Ninetail is down! Communication lost with Kunmi!
Impossible! What's going on out there?
The Vermilion Bird Crystal is fully restored. Magic readings in all sectors.
Wait, point 68. A Lassie? A Vermilion Bird Lassie!
I've lost contact with the 204th and 208th.
Get our men out of there! Attention all units in Dominion territory. Halt all military operations, and withdraw at once!
Retreat! Retreat!
Send HQ a code 991. We're transitioning to Operation Northern Dawn.
Sir!
To come this far just to be turned back.
6 hours into the operation, Rubrum's Agito Cadet Class 0 achieved its objective, and the Dominion succeeded in taking back its territory. It was here that Class 0 made its first mark in the pages of history.
That cutscene wasn't the long one, but it'll be coming up soon, and it will probably take up the last half of this video or so. So just a warning, if you don't want to watch the cutscenes, I'll put an annotation up when it starts, and if you don't want to watch the cutscenes for this game, you can just skip it or something.
Forged through the courage and wisdom of our forebearers. Because of this deplorable, gravely unwarranted, and unforgivable breach of faith, we have all lost many friends and loved ones. And yet, here I stand before you, proof that your strength of heart, your pure and noble desire to protect our beloved Rubrum and the Vermilion Bird Crystal was strong enough to win academia back from our enemy. I wish to express my heartfelt gratitude to the valiant warriors who accomplished this great feat. However, we must also not forget those who fell in this terrible battle.
The Militesi forces that still unlawfully occupy our territories. Liberate our villages, cities, and citizens. Continue to suffer at the hands of the Empire. Rubrum is not in this alone. All of Orience must confront this challenge. I hope that you will all remember this as a new...
Chancellor! Anathemic readings in Lorca.
What?
One day, historians may refer to this as Tempus Finis.
Nonsense. This is not the beginning of the end. It is the first ray of hope, one that we've brought forth.
In 842 RG, an Ultima bomb, powerful enough to obliterate an entire continent, was dropped on the Black Peristilium in Lorica. In the blink of an eye, the Lorican Alliance, which had stood proud for 700 years, was completely erased from the continent of Orience.
Is the Vermilion Banner.
Fearing an attack with a second Ultima bomb, the Kingdom of Concordia, home to the Azure Peristilium, began defending the airspace over its territory and that of the Dominion of Rubrum. Concerned the war might spread to other nations, Concordia sought an immediate cessation of hostilities, but was rejected outright by the Dominion of Rubrum. With large portions of land occupied by the Empire, the Dominion was reluctant to accept a ceasefire, as that would be a silent concession to the Empire's act of aggression. The Consortium of Eight, Rubrum's supreme ruling council, spent several days debating how to recover their lost territory.
With our force's current state, do you really believe we can defeat the Empire in a full-scale conflict?
We'll have to abandon our outer territories and focus on defending the capital and retaking key strategic areas.
We can make up for our disadvantage in numbers with l'Cie. The Empire already unleashed a l'Cie on us during this invasion. We're lucky that it wasn't a Primus. If they want to throw dirt at us, I say we just throw it right back at them.
My, you've quite the sense of humor. Do you really think a l'Cie would accede to the wishes of the Consortium?
Why not? The Vermilion Bird Crystal was attacked by an enemy l'Cie. It was put in danger. There's no way that its l'Cie could refuse to aid us in this situation.
And if the l'Cie operated by that logic, you might actually have a point.
Only the Vermilion Bird Crystal has the power to direct the l'Cie to help us. And the wills or won'ts surrounding that do not a productive discussion make.
Might I offer a suggestion? I understand the cadets who were involved in the liberation of the capital were unaffected by the jammer and managed to repel the White Tiger l'Cie. Can we create more soldiers with the same magic technology used to create them?
Sorry I'm late. You can't simply repeat what I've done with the children. And the tech itself is classified. Disclosure is out of the question.
Dr. Aracia, have you learned anything about the Crystal Jammer?
Very little, I'm afraid. I can say with certainty, though, that no human could operate the jammer. It would take a l'Cie. However, my scanners haven't detected any major disruptions since Lorica's little disappearing act. Based on the data, I believe that something has happened to the l'Cie, and the jammer is inoperable.
Even if that's true, do you have an actual plan to get us out of this current mess?
Just deploy the cadets.
Huh?
I believe that is the best way to turn the tide of battle without compromising our defenses.
Undeniably, the Agito cadets would make for a potent implement of war, but...
Would it not be seen as an expansion of the role of those defending the Peristilium?
Oh, if the l'Cie won't help us, what choice do we have?
Very well. Shall we defer to the Chancellor's judgment?
The Dominion's very existence is imperiled. Each of us will be put to trial. Even the Agito cadets. And if Rubrum is at stake, they would welcome those challenges.
Very well, then. Shall we make it official?
Well, that was the really long cutscene. I think this is a good place to end part 1, but I don't do it just yet. If anyone's played Final Fantasy VIII that's watching, you'll probably see some similarities to how the academy system in that game worked to how it will work in this one. Like there's dorms and stuff, and like you get your own room, sort of like how Squall does in Final Fantasy VIII. And this entire academy in like a circular shape, it kind of works like the same way, I think. Although I haven't actually gone inside, so I wouldn't know yet. But yeah, we're just going to end part 1 here for today, and we'll continue with Final Fantasy 15 and this tomorrow, hopefully. So yeah, thanks for watching.